So you can see a bit clearer now. Well, actually you can't, but anyway, I'm going down there. What's up guys, thanks for tuning in to my latest video, the life of a jobbing plumber. Loads to tell you. Start off with the sponsors, Velocity Pro Gear tool bags and Tool Monster. Now this week's job, I don't do bathrooms. I stopped doing bathrooms I think about 5 years ago, just because I don't really enjoy them. But, and a lot of you will relate to this, I've got a customer and I fitted their boiler 12 years ago, fitted a Baxi for them. I've serviced it every year. I do their plumbing repairs, fitted radiators for them, all kinds of stuff. So they came to me and said, we want to do something in the bathroom, can you do it? Well, what do you say? Do you send them to another plumber? No. So I took on this job. Now, it's not a full bathroom. What it is take out a walk-in shower because they wanted a bath. So they bought a new house that only had a walk-in shower and they're bath people. So the job is taking out that shower cubicle and shower tray and getting a bath in there. So if that interests you, that's what this week's video is about. Now I'm going to throw in this came today. This is the new Velocity, what's it called, 1.0. It's such a nice bag, so I'm going to do a little review on that at the end of the video. And then one really important thing to say is this weekend, it's currently Thursday afternoon. Saturday morning, I'm flying out to Africa on a charity project. It's with the guys from Tool Monster, so there's about 12 of us going. They're all electricians, I'm the only plumber. But we're going out to Nairobi in Kenya to a little school, primary school, to do some work there for just over a week. So it's like a charity mission. We've been raising money for the building materials, but everyone's paying for their own flights and everything, getting themselves out there, donating their work. So I'm really looking forward to that. A little bit nervous. Had my jabs on Monday, 2 in this arm, 1 in this arm. Arms have been killing ever since. Got my malaria tablets, got all my stuff to pack tonight. What I will do is I'll talk a bit more about that at the end of the video. Obviously you're here for the plumbing, but if you want to know more about the Africa trip, I'll talk a little bit about that at the end. And then also I'll film some stuff while I'm out there if I can, and I'll do like a special episode on that. But thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. As always, if you do like it, bang a like on it. If you don't subscribe, I would love a subscription. I think I've just hit 50k YouTube subscribers. My goal in life is to get 100k, because then I'll get that plaque, something to show the grandkids if I ever have any. Thanks guys. This is the kind of job you want. When you come in, the customer's away. They've left me a little note. Dear Peter, help yourself to tea and coffee. So there's my mug, kettle, milk in the fridge, but also they've already put down dust sheets on the carpets. They've ordered some tiles, which are there for me to use. This is the area they want me to put the bath and stuff. So basically the job is, they want this shower cubicle taken out. So I'm going to take up that tray, take this cubicle out, and then this shower's going. They want that tile replacing where the pipes obviously come through the wall. And then the new shower on this wall here, and then a bath going in. So this is coming out, bath going in. They've got me some floor tiles if I need them, wall tiles for any holes that need filling, replacing. I'll show you the gear once it gets here. It's not been delivered yet, but for today, this morning, I'm just going to basically take this out. Then we're obviously going to have the waste to alter, go in the roof where these pipes come down, bring them down in this wall, new pipes through for the shower, extend them down, and then for the bath taps, hopefully the bath's going to come up to sort of there, I think it was when I measured it. But anyway, we'll get into it when we get into it. They want that click away put in the basin, but other than that, it should be a nice little job with just some tiling to make good. Now you probably already know this, but if you don't, it's a useful bit of information. So you see we've got this sliding door. How do we get it off? The bottom wheels will always push down. They're spring loaded, so if I get my screwdriver in there and push that down, see they move, and then I can bring the door away from that channel. Same on this one. If I get my screwdriver in there, push that down, it comes away. So these ones are always spring loaded. And now that's free, I can just lift the whole thing up. I did it one-handed. There we go. Now my door is free. So this end panel here, basically got 3 screws, top, middle and bottom, and the same on this end channel up there. Once they're undone, you've then got a line of silicone on the outside of the screen there. Cut that and it should just pull apart. And then the only other thing is, and you've heard me talk about this lots of times, where this channel is screwed into the wall, you are hoping that they've not put a load of silicone behind it and stuck it to the tiles, because then it is a nightmare to get off. I can already tell on this one, they've only sealed the outside edge, which is brilliant, because that means when I move this, see we've got nothing sticking it onto the wall, which is the dream. Okay, so we've got the cubicle out. Now I'm going to get the tray out. So we've got the basically take that out of there, and then with this I've just given that a little tap with my hammer, so just to start it off, and then hopefully this will turn out. Until that comes out, should just be a little bit of silicone on that. So now what I need to do is cut this silicone here, and then from the corner we'll get a tool under there and just lift it up slightly, and then hopefully pull it this way. And because that's not attached, it should just come off the top, because there'll just be a flat washer face sitting under the bottom of the tray there. So I've took the channel off, and you can see this is one of the biggest problems with shower cubicles. They've not sealed the tray to the tiles there. They've put the channel on first and then sealed after. So any water that got behind that channel could then go through that gap into the wall. I don't know why people can never get this right. Seal first, then fit your channel, and then it's sealed, and any water can't get in that gap. And they've done it both sides. So get my pry bar in there, and that will give me a chance to then move this along and get this a little bit further. It's probably bedded on some sand and cement, so I'll just ping that up until it's loose. And then hopefully, because I've cut the silicone there, I'll be able to wiggle the tray out. Doesn't matter if I damage any of those tiles though, because there's going to be a bath here, so you're not going to see any of that anyway. Yes, it's bed on sand and cement. Could not lift it. It's obviously going to be trapped where the sand and cement goes up in that ridge. So I've just broke it, and then I'm going to break it into the corner there, and then pull these 2 pieces out, and I'm going to clear all this sand and cement off the floor, and we'll expose the waste pipe, because that's going to have to be altered. Right, so we've got the tray out. It was glued to the wall, so I've had to damage the tiles a bit to ping that off the wall. But saying that, that's all going to be behind the bath anyway, so you're not going to see it, so it doesn't really matter. The bath's going to come somewhere here. So that's all out. Cleaned all that up, got a couple of buckets full. If you've not seen this before, this was a bargain from B&Q. I think it's like a snow shovel or a garden shovel, but it's telescopic, so if you push that in, you can pull the handle out and have a full length handle, but it's great for jobs like this. I think that was 15 quid, but I bought it about 7 years ago, so maybe you can still get them. So yeah, we've exposed the waste, so that, if you can see, there's an elbow there and it runs that way towards the kitchen. So I will undo that, and I'll get back onto that pipe there for the bath. And then the stuff got delivered. So we've got the shower there. I've got to use a shower. There's the bath, shower screen, And then we've got the bath panel, tap and some bits in the corner there. His bath is proper thick. It's really heavy and really thick. So I recommended they go for a decent bath, because if you're going to spend money on anything, you want to buy a decent bath. Sent them into Poachings, which is my local merchants, and the bathroom guys in there are great. So obviously they've done a good job and sold them a decent bath. So we've got obviously the hole for the waste and overflow. I've got to drill my tap hole, get this out, take this tile out, replace that tile, and then I've got to get my 2 new hot and colds in the void all the way out the bottom. Then I'll probably take the bottom 2 tiles off so I can come out for the bath taps, and also probably this tile here out, get the pipes, the T's in, and then refit the tile or fit a new tile and fit the shower. So quite a bit still to do. Right, so just offered the bath in, and then I've marked on the centre of the waste fitting on the bath. 150 centres for my shower valve, and then we've got this kit. So basically I'm going to drill a hole probably about 3/4 of an inch through the tile, which my 50mm copper will come through, and then these will tighten on, and then that'll give me enough to get fixing onto the tile. And then, as you know, these screw over to cover everything up. So hopefully if I can do that and fish the pipes through, I won't have to swap this tile. I will have to swap that tile though, because they will have drilled through it, but I think, looking at it, I might need to swap this one as well, but we'll see when we take that off if I've got to do 2 tiles there. Right, before I head up in the roof, what I'm going to do now is take this shower off and take this tile out, because I'm not sure. I have been in the roof before and I can see there's 2 pipes coming into the void, which I assume do that, but I can't see 2 pipes going in for this. So I'm wondering if there's T's there and they come down and across to that. So I need to take that tile off so I can see if I've got T's there, because if I have, I can't just disconnect the pipes in the roof. I'm going to need them to carry on to give water to that. So we'll do that now. So I'm just wondering, I might be lucky and they've not actually cut through this bottom tile and it's just this one to replace. We shall see. Big screws. Just need to turn that off now. Okay, moment of truth. Okay, the moment of truth. Yeah, it looks like they've just done the top tile, so that's great news. So I've not got to replace this tile, just this one. So I'm really happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is I will cut this grout line out, try and ping this tile off without damaging anything else. Okay, so we've got the tile out, no damage to the surrounding tiles. And I can just about see, if I get the camera in there, you might not be able to see it, but that's an elbow, it's not a T. So that's good, it means I can just take those 2 pipes out because they stop there. They don't go down to the basin. So I'm just turning this fitting out. Then we'll be able to see better. Yeah, it's definitely an elbow. There you go, you can see that that's clearly an elbow, just goes straight up. So that's good. Get this tile replaced now. Okay, so where I'm at now, that tile is in, going off, so I can grout that up. What I've agreed with the customer is where we've got the little holes from the old shower enclosure and the rack that was there, we're gonna grout them in and see what they feel. If they feel that they don't like them, then we can swap those tiles at a later date. They have got spares, but for now I'm just swapping that one because of the massive holes that were in it. I've just took half of that tile out. I thought that was a grout line, but it's actually silicone from the old screen. So that's a full tile there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now go in the roof, take the 2 shower pipes out, and then bring them down in this void. It's quite a big void, so hopefully I can thread them all the way down because I'm here on my own. And then obviously I've got to drill my 2 holes there, 2 T's of 2 copper tails, try and fish them around so that they poke through. Once that's done and the pipes are down, I'm going to put a full tile in there, extend this waist up, and then I can fit the bath because that's all the work done there and the work done there. So that's the plan at the minute. Okay, I'm up in the roof space, so I've worked this out now, and I remember doing this when I came to quote. So these 2 pipes here, 15mm elbows that go down, that's actually the basin feed, because here there's 2 T's in there going into that timber. That's the shower feed there. I forgot about them. I was thinking it was a bit far, because if you look, see this waste pipe here, that's the vent from where the old shower waste was. It comes up in the corner, so I know I've got to take my 2 plastic pipes down in that void with this, and all the way over here is a bit too far for it to be that shower, so it's definitely just there. So if I get a bit closer, and I'll just show you these. So the rest of the pipes, these are all heating pipes, 10mm. So these 2 are definitely the shower feeds there. So I'm going to whip them out and then send the T's looking this way to take some pipes down there. So I've just turned my torch off. It's pitch black up here, but I'll show you where I'm going to take my pipes down. You should see that we've got the light you can see there is in the bathroom where I've made that space, cut that tile out, so I've got a clear route there all the way down to thread my pipes. So you can see a bit clearer now. Well, actually you can't, but anyway, I'm going down there. That's pipe number 1. Right, you'll have to forgive me for these 2 holes I've drilled, because I've got a backhoe superior hole saw that would have gone through these perfect, but can I find it? I've took it out of the box to use on a job and I cannot find it. So I've just done some pilot bits, stitch drilled that. Now, what I'm doing is, obviously I'm on my own, so I've got a light looking up so I can see into the void. And then I've got my T with my piece of copper and I've pushed it back up. And now, if you can see that, I've got a screwdriver. I fished it in and got a screwdriver in the end of the pipe, just by having one hand there turning it and one hand with my screwdriver trying to capture the pipe in there. Obviously it's easy with 2 of you, but I'm on my own. Now what I've got, I think I've showed you these before, but my aim is to now get in there and grab that and then pull it through rather than have to try and push it and guide it through with the screwdriver. Obviously I'm not going to film this because I do not want to drop it, but that's my plan. Grab the end of the copper pipe and then just pull it through. Well, the second one was much more difficult to get in, but I've done it. A little bit of BT1 in the hole to seal where it goes through the tiles. And then if we just tighten this up, so it's to up a touch. And we screw these on. It should cover up all of that. Beautiful. Okay, so that's them on. Make sure they're nice and level, which they are, and then we can put our bar shower onto that. This one's got a fixed rail as well as a flexible head, so I'm going to get this on and then get my fixed rainwater head on. We'll do that next. Okay, so I've just screwed that piece to the wall, which is for that, and then this is going to attach onto there. I'm not going to do it with one hand because I don't want to ruin anything. Okay, so this, if we loosen this here, we can alter the height of that, because obviously once I've got the bath in, the height of that might change. So now what I'm going to do is alter this waste pipe, get that up, and then I'm going to get the bath in. These tiles on the floor can go in after the bath sink, so they're just going to be cuts just to get me underneath the bath panel. And this tile as well, I'll do that once I've got this waste done. But yeah, it's starting to take shape now. Okay, got a bit ahead of myself. Basically, I finished the waste pipe. Well, I got it into the room. Got that tile in, that's set and grouted. Offered the bath in, just loosely put the legs on. Fitted the waste and overflow in the tap, and then I'm just leveling the bath now. So I did level it before I put the tap on with my level along the back edge. But that is pretty much it. So what I'm going to do now is with the CT1 on the back edge there, push this in and then fill the bath with water. Screw the sides. I've got two little brackets to the side, and there's an end piece to keep the edge up in case someone sits on it. So I'm just going to make sure that bath is rock solid, obviously full of water. And then once I've done that, in fact, I'll probably just quickly connect the waste. I've just scraped off the silicone from the old shower there and there. So I'm going to do this, and then probably tomorrow seal it, fit the screen, and then mess about with these 3-4 tiles and the bath panel. I'm pretty much done then. Yeah, then we just see when the customer comes home, see if she's happy with these holes in the tiles. I mean, you can see them quite clearly on camera, but I think, to me, looking at them in the room, they're not that obvious. It's just, they seem to be more obvious on the camera. But we'll see what they say. I mean, these ones, this was where the basket was. It might go back there, so there might be that chrome basket for their stuff. I just moved it out of the way because I didn't know if it would get in the way of the shower. But yeah, that's where I am at the minute. So I'm just going to crack on because I want to get this done and get gone. So I'm just sealing the bath now. You can see I've done this side. I'm using the BT1. Now the great thing about this, once you've applied it, you spray it with a multi-solve. Obviously the worst bit sealing a bath is behind the taps. And then it really nicely, I've got a tool here, but I'm not going to get that behind the taps. Okay, so the sealant's done. You can see I've gone all the way to the edge. So now when I put my channel on over the top of that silicone, we're sealed behind it, and then we'll just put a bead on the outside only, and then any water that gets into it will run into the bath rather than down any gaps. So I've put the two legs on the end there. They're not fixed yet. They're just they're tight, but I've not screwed them down. They need to just be levelled. Obviously that's to stop if anyone sits on the corner, it moving the bath. And then we'll drill the two L brackets onto the side. But yeah, that I saw someone do this. I'll pull up the technical thing off the internet, but I never knew that that was for going on top of that. It makes it so much easier to work. So yeah, get that on, and then what else have I got to do? Oh yeah, I'll get this screen up. And I've got a click of waste to replace in that basin. That's the shower screen all fitted. Now, ideally, I would use some BT1 to seal, and again, as I said before, we only seal the outside edge, so then any water that hits it from the inside can't get out, but will go back into the bath. but they don't currently do BT1 in clear, they only do it in white, and I don't think white would look good on chrome. I just think it stands out like a sore thumb. So I'm using CT1 clear, which is basically the same stuff, but the BT1 is higher rated for bacteria and stuff, so it's less likely to go mouldy, but we're on the outside, so it probably doesn't matter. You'll notice I've got a bit of a leak there. That's because I forgot to tighten the trap up when I emptied the bath. Now, got the floor tiles in and grouted so I can get on with the bath panel, and then all that's left to do is the clicker waste, and then I'm done, I'm out of here. Now, I hate doing bath panels, I've probably told you this before. This, I measure it and I set the bath so that the bath panel will just push in perfectly. I don't care about anything else when I'm fitting a bath other than getting the bath panel in. So luckily you can see here it's almost perfect, just a little bit of persuasion in that corner, and the whole bath panel is just sitting really snug. So I've got to do minimal work now, just seal around the edges really. That's going to go nowhere. And same as the shower screen, I don't think white looks good where the bath panel meets the floor, so I'll do that in clear CT1, and I'll use the white BT1 up the sides of the panel to where it joins the top on the bath, because I think it's a better look. Now, I know I've been banging on about this BT1. When I first used it, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think it was good. It was a bit too sticky, but I didn't know about the multi-solve spray. Now I know about that. I absolutely love it. It's on offer at Wolseley at the minute, 2 tubes for 20 quid. So if you want to try some, get down to Plum Centre. And then I've left this to last because I just didn't really want to do it. Basically, we've got to get the clicker waste fitting out, which means we need to get the pedestal out so we can even get to it. Now, a little tip, what you can try and do is if you can loosen the basin off the wall, so where it's screwed, take them out. You might have to cut a little bit of silicone away if someone's glued it to the wall, but hopefully you'll be able to lift it just enough that you can pull that pedestal out. So you can see here, I've got the pedestal out, I've lifted the sink up, and now that pedestal's still supporting it, and I've got loads of room now to access that waste fitting. All I've had to do is scrape a little bit of silicone off the floor and obviously take the wall anchors off. When I'm done, that pedestal will push back in, wall anchors will go back on, and then all I've got to do is reseal around the pedestal base. So that's just a bit of a tip for you. Now, when I took this out, it had completely snapped apart. I tried to undo it from above because then I would have been able to take it out even easier, but it was just, everything was just rotten on it. Even though this is a new build and it's only about 2 years old, so I don't know, probably was over tightened when it was fitted. So there's my new clicker waste to go in, and then we're done. So it don't look too bad. I can't remember now what it looked like before with the walk-in shower, but it looks like there's always been a bath in here now, and I like how the curved edge of the bath matches the basin. Customer's really pleased, so job's a good one. Apologies for the weird angle. My phone mount on the windscreen broke, so I've just balanced it on some stuff. So that job, basically told them day rate of 2 days. I thought that's roughly how long it would take me, and they went on holiday for a week. Now, I didn't do 2 solid days. I was doing a couple of hours here, a couple of hours there in between jobs. A couple of nights I went after work. I think one night I was there till midnight. Now, I think I spoke about this on my previous video, or maybe the one before, but that new app from Yepic, where you can log how long you've spent at a job, was great on this job. Because I wasn't there for 2 full days, so I can't gauge how long I was there. The fact that my phone auto-recorded the amount of time I was at that job meant at the end of the job I could have a look through and see how long I'd actually spent there, and it did come in under the 2 days. But without writing that down, I wouldn't have really known, because like I say, I was going and doing a bit and then going away and then going and like laying some tiles and then waiting for them to go off. I'd go and do another job. So it was great for that. If you don't know what it is, basically when you first get to the job, you take a photo, and then every time you go to that job, your phone will automatically log how long you're spending there, dates, times, everything. Any photos you take automatically go in a folder for that location. It's dead easy to set up, it's dead easy to use, and the best thing about it is it's free. So check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Alternatively, you could do it at the end of the job, so you can take your photo last if you forget to at the start, and it will still tell you all that information. So yeah, definitely check it out because it's great. Alright, here she is, the Velocity Pro Gear Grab Bag 1.0. It's such a nice size. It's one of my favourite bags that they've ever done. Now, when I was first getting into YouTube videos, I got the Vito Pro Packs, and they would do, I think it was called TP3, and then they followed it with a TP4, and they were so crap because the base, there wasn't a base on them. You'd put your kit in, do that, and it would literally fall forward. So pretty soon stopped using them, but this has got the proper hard base on it, nice and square. That's going nowhere. You've got a lot of variation of vertical tool storage. I like how they've put some on the front and then the rest on the back, so you can evenly spread it out, not just have a gap at the front there. They've got these neoprene pockets, which I love, because as you know, whatever trade you're in, plumber or electrician, you have some small kit that if you put it in these vertical pockets, they would just sink to the bottom, you'd lose them. So these are great for that. Mini ratchets, mini screwdrivers, stuff like that. At the top, easy to get to. And then the stuff, the bigger stuff, your grip screwdrivers go in these. And once it's all loaded out, that will fill quite nicely. You've got a nice Velcro pocket on the front. Like, I'll do this with one hand. That is a decent size. And then the usual on the side, probably get a utility knife in there. You've got a tape. It's not a clip as such, but you can pop it onto that. D-ring with a loop on for some tape. Another vertical storage pocket there. Again, a Velcro on the back. Nice, decent size pocket there on the back. Opens up. And then again on this side, got this metal clasp that you can hang stuff onto, because it's not just tape measures that come with that. Let's just grab a tape measure out of it. That's probably a bit big, that one. It's not just tape measures that you can use to clip on there. There's some certain knives and attachments these days that you could get onto that. I love the camo detail of it, but I just love the size. Handle doesn't get in the way. It's at the top, but you can get to everything. They've made a really decent bag there. I'll leave a link to it on the, oh, what's this? Okay. I'm not 100% sure what that is. I'll find out though. Yeah, I'll leave a link to that on the description of the video. Can't wait to kit it out. While I've got you in the back of the van, I'll just show you this new Unilight MTB 5300 lumen light. This is cool though, right? So we take this battery cover off. So we've obviously got power in, so you can run it off the 240 volt. We've got the on off button. We've got a USB charge there, so you can charge your phone off it. Full display, what setting you've got the light on. So battery display, light display. But this is the beauty of it. So in here I have got the Metabo battery adapter, because I use Metabo. See, it's a Metabo there. So if I put that adapter in, grab a Metabo battery, 2 secs. Just grab this one on the radio. The Metabo batteries are the same format as Rothenberger batteries. It's the CAS system, so this, it does say Rothenberger on it, but it is a Metabo battery. So that pops onto there like that. The cover then will go back over that to keep it in place, but that is now powering our light. So I've got full 5300 lumens there. Obviously it's a sunny day, but you can imagine how powerful it is. And it's telling me I'm on 50% battery, which if I check my battery there, yeah, it's about right. Now, if you're not on Metabo, push this button here and it slides out. We take this one out, and then you choose the one that you are on. So if you're on DeWalt, so that says DeWalt there, you pop that one in, and that's ready to take a DeWalt battery. And the same principle applies for Milwaukee batteries and even Makita batteries. So if you're running Makita, put it in the right way, pop that in there. Now you can use this light on a Makita battery, but you can also use it off this 240 lead, which is proper long. So I reckon that is a game changer. If you want one, link's going to be in the description of the video. Don't forget, if you buy anything from Unilight, use PB25 because you get 25% off. And sometimes when they have like sales on, you get more than 25% off. So yeah, PB25 anytime you use anything from Unilight. But that is the MTB 5300. Let's just do this because it's, and that will stand like that, and you can angle it any way you want. Decent bit of kit. Right, I said I would tell you about the Africa trip. Now that I'm back, I have took enough footage from the trip to make a decent video, which I will do. What I will let you know is when I got back, I was so ill. I've never been that ill in my life. I couldn't eat for 6 days, so I lost about 8 kilos. I'm about a week over it now, so I've been eating again properly for the last week. I've been doing 4,600 calories a day, trying to put some size back on. I feel absolutely tiny. I lost all my fitness, like the first swim back. I couldn't even do 10 lengths without feeling like I was going to drown. But touch wood, I'm back to full fitness now. Sunday, in fact, I did a mile swim Sunday morning without stopping. So a full mile, front crawl, 33 minutes it took me. And then Sunday night I went out for a run, and I just wanted to do it at marathon pace, so I wanted to do 5:40 kilometers, and I did 5:30 kilometers. I did a 17k run at 5:30 pace the whole time. Heart rate was about 149 beats per minute, so my fitness is back. But yeah, it absolutely ruined me, messed with my head, something rotten, because I couldn't train, couldn't get to the gym. Was just at home literally shitting myself. Like, it was just coming out as water. It got so bad that I had to go to hospital and go on a drip because I was just dehydrated, because anything I ate or drank went straight through me. My body wasn't taking anything from it. But it was worth doing it. So if you want to watch the video, I'll try and get that edited. I know I'm absolutely useless at getting videos done at the minute, but it's just not where my head's at. But I will get that one done and that, because it was a really interesting job. The actual stories I put on Instagram are some of the most commented on stories I've ever done. People would just message me all the time saying that they're really interested. They wanted to see more. So that video will be out soon. But yeah, I'm so glad I'm feeling better. Hopefully I'll see some of you very soon at Installer Show. That's coming up very fast now. Thanks for watching, guys. Speak to you soon.